There is a renowned yokai whose legend has repeatedly surfaced in Japan, China, and Southeast Asia. While various regions have different names for her, they all center around calling her the Long Neck Yokai or the Flying Head Yokai. This mysterious yokai is none other than Rokurokubi from Hyakki Yagyo, also known as Hitouban. Today, we will delve into all the legendary tales surrounding this yokai. Rokurokubi is a type of long-necked yokai that gained widespread popularity during Japan's Edo period. Typically depicted as female, these supernatural beings possess the unique ability to extend and retract their necks at will. By day, Rokurokubi appear as ordinary women. However, when night falls, their bodies remain dormant while their necks stretch to extraordinary lengths, allowing them to roam freely. During these nocturnal excursions, their heads may engage in various activities, such as attacking small animals, using their long tongues to lick up lamp oil, or simply causing mischief by frightening nearby individuals. Beginning in the Edo period, stories emerged depicting instances where people's necks would elongate while they were asleep. Examples of these tales include works such as Buyazakuta, Kanden Kohitsu, and Yeso Kiden. An ancient tale originating from Tatami province recounts the story of a monk who ran away with a young woman named Ayatsu. During their journey, Ayatsu fell ill. Faced with the dilemma of using up all their travel funds for her treatment, the monk resorted to a heinous act. He murdered Ayatsu and stole the remaining money. During his journey, the malevolent monk lodged at an inn run by a man with a beautiful daughter. Engaging in immoral behavior, the monk shared a bed with the innkeeper's daughter. However, in the midst of the night, a supernatural event unfolded. Her neck elongated, and her visage transformed into that of Ayatsu. Accusing him vehemently, she revealed his crime of murdering her. The following morning, consumed by remorse for his wicked deeds, the monk confessed the murder of Ayatsu to the innkeeper. He also disclosed the eerie occurrence he had witnessed the night before. The innkeeper, confronted by the confessions, admitted to his own heinous act, murdering his wife for her wealth. He utilized the ill-gotten gains to establish his inn. And as a retribution for his crime, his own daughter underwent a transformation into a Rokurokubi. Subsequently, the repentant monk returned to his temple, constructed a grave for Ayatsu, and diligently prayed for her soul each day. The fate of the innkeeper's daughter, however, remains undisclosed in the tale. Due to the frequent separation of the head and body in the long-necked yokai, there was a peculiar custom during the Edo period. Women who were observed with red thread entwined around their necks were associated with an unwritten taboo. The prevailing belief was that men should absolutely refrain from marrying a woman with a red-threaded neck. This cautionary practice likely stemmed from the fear that a bride adorned with such red thread might be the incarnation of a long-necked yokai. In ancient times, people classified long-necked yokai into two types: those whose necks elongated at night, and those whose heads detached from their bodies, flying to different locations and returning by morning. The Rokurokubi mentioned earlier falls into the first category, being a long-necked yokai with the ability to extend and retract its neck at will. The second type of long-necked yokai is characterized by the entire head separating from the body, flying to various places, and returning in the morning. This variant is known as Nukekubi, or more commonly referred to as Hitouban. Both share the commonality of leading seemingly ordinary lives during the day but transforming into yokai at night. Some individuals are unaware that they are long-necked yokai and, therefore, are unconsciously compelled by some external force. Although they appear no different from ordinary people during the day, their true yokai nature only reveals itself after nightfall, once everyone has entered the realm of dreams. Initially, their necks suddenly elongate, followed by a complete separation of the head from the neck and body. During this phase, the head and body reconnect, and upon waking, they move about like regular individuals. Often, the person has no recollection of what transpired or what they witnessed during their yokai form, adding an element of intrigue to their nocturnal activities. Compared to Rokurokubi, Hitouban is considered a rather terrifying yokai. Legend has it that Hitouban is a long-necked yokai capable of roaming freely with its own thoughts, and it has a gruesome habit of sucking human blood, ultimately killing its victims. At times, these creatures even gather in groups of 5, engaging in collective and, one might say, quite frightening actions. Inside, in search of the supernatural, a renowned collection of strange tales from China's Jin dynasty, the entity known as Luo Tushur corresponds to Hitouban. Similar yokai legends, such as Palasic, Kuyang, Layak in Indonesia, Penanggalan in Malaysia, and Kraju in Thailand, are believed to have originated from the Hitouban urban legend. If you're curious about versions of the Hitouban story from other countries, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll look into making a film featuring Hitouban legends from various countries in the future. Thank you all for your support. A well-known tale from Ekizan province recounts the unfortunate story of a young woman plagued by the curse of the Hitouban. At night, her head would detach from her body and roam the capital city, relentlessly pursuing young men through the streets and all the way back to their homes. When locked out, the disembodied head would scratch and bite at their doors and gates, leaving deep gashes in the wood. Upon discovering the nature of her curse, the young woman was overcome with shame. She decided to seek a divorce from her husband, and as an act of repentance, she ritually cut off all of her hair. Consumed by the belief that it was preferable to die than to live the remainder of her life as a monstrous being, she tragically took her own life. In a tale originating from Hitachi, a man married to a Hitouban learned from a peddler that the curse could be lifted by consuming the liver of a white-haired dog. Since he owned such a dog, he killed it and fed its liver to his wife. Miraculously, she was cured of the affliction. Unfortunately, the curse persisted and passed on to her daughter, whose detached head took to fatally biting white dogs. Alternative accounts propose a different solution by relocating the sleeping body to a secure place during the night. The head is unable to return, eventually leading to its demise. However, this remedy is not one that most families are willing to attempt. From Rokurokubi to Hitouban, these tales serve as a reminder that, while people may seem perfectly normal during the day, you might discover a quirky side to them at night. So let's stay vigilant and avoid becoming the next Rokurokubi or Hitouban. After all, in this age of social media, becoming a nighttime sensation is just a post away. Stay weird, but in a good way. If you enjoy my channel, please help by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching until the end, and I'll see you next time.